Ashley Strid with KAMR NBC4 Sports.
And right now in the fourth quarter, they're up 47-34. We'll come back out here for a final at 10 on NBC. The Dallas Cowboys are the defending NFC East champions, but fellow NFC East foes, the Redskins, got a makeover in the offseason. Cowboys first-round draft pick Dez Bryant had to be helped off the field after he injured his ankle today. We'll kick things off with District 2-5A. Every single team in this district is picked to be the underdog this week. And they really showed the Broncos just what the win can do in the Dillavilla, beating them 16-5. But they're closing that chapter, opening another tonight with another 4-game home series. On the pitch, both WT men's and women's soccer will play at home tomorrow. Big win, 16-5. But more importantly, you guys had a record-breaking crowd. Tell me about that. 4 turnovers in the first half alone. These are just the kind of mistakes that you can't make against a team like Abilene Christian. Check this, 83 football scholarships have been awarded to athletes who participated in the MPIF Combine after only 2 years. And you guys were down at the half again. Kind of tell me what you guys did to pull together and win this one. They were 27th in interceptions. Has anyone addressed the secondary problems? It's true, and listen, you can hype up the game all you want. When it comes down to it, the bragging rights are actually decided on the gridiron. Looks like a good time, but that was then and this is now. It's opening day out here at the Dillavilla. It's safe to say that the Buffs slaughtered Southwestern Oklahoma this past Saturday. Welcome to this week's edition of NewsChannel10.com Sports Extra. We're in White Deer and it's a whiteout. He had 5 RBI, including the game winner, but he brings a lot more than just talent to the diamond. Shark Bites 13 was one of the biggest events to ever come to Amarillo. I'll give you guys 3 reasons to come out here. First of all, it's free. Second of all, meteorologist Bree Winkler is throwing out the first pitch, and I'll be singing the national anthem. So plenty of exciting things going on at the Dillavilla. They're the Panhandle's version of the Odd Couple. One can run his weight in miles. The other is a titan of strength, starring Swayze Brown in the 800 and LaQuan McGowan in the shot put.
He's just a lot of fun. He really is. He's kind of quiet.
Knows how to make a person feel good about themselves.
Despite their difference in stature and skill set, the team camaraderie runs deep.
He cheers me on when I'm throwing. I cheer him on when he's running.
He really is supportive of me, and he wants me to do good.
McGowan and Swayze know success loves company.
But after he got his medal in shot put, he came over and sat down under our little tent and was like, "Now you better not leave me hanging." I had to, do it for him too.
These athletes did it for each other and their entire Boys Ranch community.
Everybody that does stuff for Boys Ranch, I want to be able to show them what Boys Ranch can do.
Both Brown and McGowan set personal records at the regional meet.
Every meet, district, area, regional, I got faster.
McGowan took a step further and set a school record.
55-6, that was a new record for Boys Ranch.
This dynamic duo is hungry for more. They're in it to win it.
I want to throw a 60, but my biggest goal is to come back with a gold medal.
If he doesn't quite get it, I'll, pat him on the back, which is really big. It's kind of hard to pat him on the back. I want to try and get down 157, 156 range.
I believe he can win it also at state.
Regardless of the outcome, Brown and McGowan will always cherish their time in Austin together.
We're like, oh, we get to be roomies now down in Austin, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But it's nice to be able to share that experience with someone else.
For this odd couple, let's just hope the room comes with more than a bunk bed. For KAMR NBC4 Sports, I'm Ashley Strid.
Stay champ! Hey, hey, hey! Champions! 4, 1, 2, 3, 7! 1, 2, 3, kill them all!
Pick the town in Texas, and chances are that's what you'll hear coming from weight rooms, locker rooms, and practice fields. X's and O's become a living thing, an audible orchestra. But if you're Hayden Morris, his heartbeat is the only soundtrack.
Hayden is, he's coming off starting year last year. He was all-district defensive end, and his motor's going all the time. He works hard, and you never have to worry about him going half speed. So when we go through drills, we have to tone him down just a little bit because he's going so hard. Working hard, so everyone else will. All work hard.
Morris sets an example for his teammates, something he probably learned from his parents. His dad never misses a football practice or game, and his mom takes over during basketball season. And their link? Sign language.
I love doing it. The kids are great with us, and they put up with us, and we're just part of the team.
Morris has made such an impact on friends and teammates that they too learn sign language. His quarterback even signs to him during the games.
And there's several of them that can out-sign me, that communicate with Hayden really well.
Wellington is predicted to win district again this year. Morris knows the foundation for their success.
We have a big heart. We'll play really hard. No matter what happens, we'll play hard.
Morris is a player to watch this season as he was named the preseason defensive MVP.
Seen a lot of kids with big hearts, and Hayden fits right in there with them. He never gives up. I mean, sky's the limit.
Morris plans to attend Texas Tech and become a physical therapist. But for now, he's only focused on one thing, and that's Friday Night Lights. For the High School Spotlight, I'm Ashley Strid. 8 avid runners in Amarillo qualified for the prestigious Boston Marathon.
It's an honor. I mean, it's just a huge honor to be able to run Boston.
Put in a lot of hard work, and so I'm finally glad to have the opportunity to go and have it done, to tell you the truth.
Right now the forecast is looking good, so it should be easy.
Anything's easy after running 20 miles in the freezing cold and snow.
It was a rough winter to train.
You know, on those cold, snowy mornings when we were getting out and doing those 20-mile long runs, it was a little difficult.
On the worst days, they took things inside. Imagine running 20 miles on a treadmill.
I know we're unusual, and every runner's different in a different way, but it's just something to take your mind off the problems of everyday life.
Each runner has unique reasons to fuel their passions, but for most, achieving a personal record is worth every mile.
I had a good showing last year, and so I'm 53 years old. I want to do a personal record there again this year.
After 16 weeks of grueling training, these qualifiers are ready to hit the road and join the party.
And the streets are lined 3 and 4 people deep on each side of the road through part of the course.
Boston is it's exciting, and it's just electrifying.
These 8 runners are lucky to be part of such a celebrated event, and after all the hard work, they deserve it. For KAMR NBC4 Sports, I'm Ashley Strid. But they're only 45 miles apart from each other, and these are 2 powerhouses, so it's safe to say this is a rivalry. The Wildcats are undefeated under their new head coach. The Rangers looking for their first win in the first play of the game. Canadians running back Taylor Schaefer says, hold on, I'm going to fake you out, we're going to speed this up, and I'm going to run 80 yards for the touchdown. But it was called back for holding. So all the celebration doesn't matter. 2 plays later, Schaefer does it again, takes it 64 yards this time for the touchdown. No penalty this time. He showed them the extra point is good. 7-0, Canadian on top. Then Perryton's quarterback, Zach Allred, stumbles and finds receiver Britton Tarango on an island out there all by himself. He scores tied at 7 apiece. Keep in mind, Perryton beat Bushland last week, but this week, Canadian topped Perryton 55-27.
Ashley Strid with KAMR NBC4 Sports.
No one can put into words what the Dillas are feeling right now. In 08, 09, and now 2010, they've claimed the ULB championship. Last night, they stole the title after trailing through 6 innings. If there's one game that's not over till it's over, it's baseball, especially at the Dilla Villa. Alberto Cruz's 2 home runs and a 4-run 7th inning helped put the Dillas in the lead 10-8. But all in all, it was a team effort and the Dillas' winning tradition that pushed these guys through.
Me and Ralph been together, Bueno we've been together, Wong we've been together, so it's great for those guys who came back, you know what I mean? And it's always good when you put a team together that hasn't been around each other and they gel like they did. And I think it's great that we played the Dilla Villa too, though.
Congrats to those guys. On the gridiron, we've talked about WT's season opening loss to Grand Valley State for almost a week now, but now it's back to the grind for this team, and the first order of business is addressing the secondary. WT had 4 missed opportunities for interceptions against the Lakers. Had they pulled those off, it would have been a different outcome than the 34-31 WT loss, but it wasn't just mistakes from the Buffs, they were banged up as well.
A couple injuries at the same spot at our free safety position, and so we're going to have some guys step up. We finished the game in that 4th quarter with a freshman playing, and if he had gone down, myself or one of the other coaches probably had to suit up, but we were out of safeties. But we'll address that this week in practice and get some guys ready to play this week.
The Buffs will have a chance to get their first win this Saturday when they visit Southwestern Oklahoma State. Kickoff is at 6 and will be televised right here on KAMR. Brad Freilich and Andy Justice will be calling that game. It was the battle on Bell Street tonight on the high school volleyball court. Amarillo High and Randall squared off in the Sandy's chaotic gym. 2 defending state champs went head-to-head. You never know what you're going to get from the Amarillo High fans. Always exciting. In the first game, a quick set from Sarah Earhart. Carly Faust, who sends it across court for the Amarillo High point. Still in the first game, Lady Raiders, Whitney Hunt takes the back set right down the line, 5-2 Amarillo High. Amarillo High responds with a back set to Holly Hawkins for the tip, 7-2 Lady Sandys. Randall answers. Libby Strickland shows no mercy, sending this to the back corner for the kill, 8-6. Randall catching up. Randall fans chanted fundamentals, and Sarah Black came up with a big middle kill as her response. The Lady Sandys won game 1, but Randall won the next 3 and the entire match in 4 sets. Caprock played host to Dimmitt and River Road today, and some more volleyball action. We'll pick things up in the third game. Caprock and Dimmitt. Caprock's Aubrey Bustos sets it up for Kaylee Chisholm. Dimmitt can't handle the spike, 8-5, Caprock on top. Then Caprock's Stephanie Lucera sets it up to Andy Sanchez for the kill, 9-6, Caprock still on top. Then Dimmitt's Heloise Cilia goes up, she's blocked. Wait for it, there you go, and Caprock's Hannah Gaston gets it over, is immediately met by Dimmitt's Brennan Little. Dimmitt won this contest in 4 games. WT Volleyball picked up a loss as well this past weekend, their first home loss in 46 games. They also dropped 9 spots in the rankings, but not all was lost. The Lady Buffs were one of 8 teams that dropped out of the preseason's top 10. While they did make the biggest drop after their loss to LCU in 5, they still sit ranked 16th, and both Ashley Davis and Erica Dupree came away with LSC honors. Head coach Jason Scotch had some positive to take away from the weekend as well.
We're 3-0 in region. That loss to Lubbock, even though it broke a streak, it's a really good rivalry for so close. We really secured the most important thing is we beat 3 teams that have made the national tournament out of that conference, and they're going to go play all the tough teams in the MIAA that we don't get to play. And if they pull an upset, we hold the common opponent card. There's actually more positive out of the weekend than negative.
I like to hear him talking about positive. The Lady Buffs will hit the road for the first time this weekend. On Friday, they'll battle Southwest Minnesota State, who's now number 10 in the nation, and Metropolitan State, who beat them last year, so they'll have home court advantage. So it'll be a big weekend for them.
So they chanted fundamentals.
Yeah, like fundamentals, you know, and then they came up with that big kill, so they kind of
worked,
a little bit.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Performed this evening by KAMR NBC4's Ashley Strid.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?
Man!
Ashley even tried her hand with the 22 and hit the target once.